check. Check 1, 2. The Monona Grove girls basketball will be starting shortly. Monona Grove girls basketball starting shortly.
Six minutes till basketball. Basketball starting in 6 minutes. 2 minutes till the basketball broadcast starts. 2 minutes till basketball starts. WVMO brings you Silver Eagle basketball. Good night, good evening, and welcome to the Silver Eagle basketball game. The girls varsity playing against the Monroe Cheesemakers. I'm Steve Martinelli, and the Silver Eagles looking to cement their grip on second place in the Badger South Conference. Stoughton Vikings have clinched the conference already with a 9-1 record. The Silver Eagles at 7-3, tied with the Oregon Panthers. They beat those Panthers just a couple of nights ago. Now looking to extend their grip on second place as they take on the Cheesemakers tonight. Monroe comes into tonight's game with a 3-7 conference record, 9-11 overall. Kind of a tough season for Coach Sam Matheson and his girls. Certainly not enjoying the success that Monona Grove has had, but he's certainly discovered a young star on his team, Sydney Hilliard, or just a 5'8" freshman averaging 15.9 points a game. She might be the second best freshman in the conference. Second best, I say? Why, yes. The best honor, of course, goes to our very own McKenna Warnock. Warnock averaging just under 20 points a game. She's been on a tear lately. Her last 3 games, she scored 20 against Rufus King, 29 against Edgewood in a loss, and then 33 against the Oregon Panthers, including 7 3-pointers, perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. She has been on fire the second half of the season and easily cemented the position of best freshman in the conference. And right now she's leading the conference in scoring, matter of fact. Silver Eagles' second leading scorer is, of course, one of their all-time greats, Autumn Ogden. Autumn with a career scoring total of 1,100 points now, looking to pad that a little more tonight. Autumn also one of the best shooters on the team, averaging just over 48%. And an excellent three-point shooter, although Warnock leads the team in three-pointers with 42 of them. Autumn Ogden, the best shooter, best three-point shooter on the team, hitting almost 40% of them. It ought to be fun for Coach Eric Nelson and his squad. Earlier tonight, the JV took one away from the Monroe Cheesemakers, 56-43. Monona Grove, after tonight's game, will play Thursday at Saturday, tomorrow. Excuse me. They'll play tomorrow against Madison La Follette, and then next week, Thursday, here again, the last home game against Fort Atkinson. That'll be senior night. So your last chance to see the girls in the regular season, and most likely they'll get a home regional playoff game. Let's see, that starts the following Thursday, the 25th. Let's talk a little more about the Cheesemakers. I mentioned their leading scorer, Sydney Hilliard. Second leading scorer is 6-foot sophomore Sydney Matheson, the coach's daughter, averaging 8.9 a game. 5'9" freshman Emily Benchwall, averaging 8.4 a game. Their top 3 scorers, all underclassmen. After that is Brooke Adams, a 4-year varsity performer, a little over 6 points a game. Lexi Hilliard, Jordan Hurstbrunner, Hannah Vetterly, all around 5 points a game. Cheesemakers have some decent height. Matheson's 6 foot, Hurstbrunner and Vetterly are both 5'10". That, of course, will pale with the Silver Eagles as they can put out a starting lineup where the shortest player is 5'10". I mentioned Warnock and Ogden. Kelsey Stinson also having a good season for the Silver Eagles, averaging just a hair under 10 points a game. And then, of course, there's Kaylee Hinson, Maddie Nubule. Kaylee Kellogg, the freshman, has really come on strong. Kellogg, interesting enough, is shooting better from 3-point than from 2-point range. We're just a few minutes away here from player introductions, national anthem, and it's inspirational teacher night, so the players will get a chance to walk out onto the court with their most inspirational teacher, a tradition here at Monona Grove that I've really come to enjoy. I like seeing the teachers get the recognition. MG boys idle tonight, but they'll be back in action tomorrow afternoon or early evening, 5:45 start against Madison Edgewood here at Monona Grove. So come on out and watch them. That ought to be a good game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
MG boys in Edgewood and Stoughton, I think, are tied for first place in the conference, and so they're battling for the championship yet.
We'd like to extend a special welcome to our guests from Monroe and Coach Sam Matheson, their parents, administration, and fans. We appreciate your efforts in supporting your team.
All right, I'm going to shut up a minute and let the PA announcer introduce the players and their most inspirational teachers.
Basketball at Monona Grove. At this time, each member of the girls' varsity basketball team would like to recognize a teacher whom she would call her most inspirational. The team would like to thank each of these teachers for their hard work and dedication to the teaching profession. You were there for these students when they needed help, as well as when they needed to be pushed. Inspirational teachers inspire students to do well in school, but also in other areas of their lives. With the success these girls have had academically, athletically, and socially, we can see the great positive impact you have had. Thank you. First off, Kaylee Kellogg selected glacial drumming teacher, Mr. Wood. McKenna Warnock selected our JV coach, Mr. Keel. And Lexi Nelson chose her physics teacher, Mr. Ralph. Maddie Canidale selected her math teacher, Mr. Garrett. Maddie Flanders chose our cross-country coach, Mr. Deuce. Carson Weber chose our track coach, Mr. Storm. Addie Gaber chose her science teacher, Mr. Botea. Kaylee Hinson chose her history teacher, Mr. Jefferson. Autumn Ogden selected her math teacher, Mr. Koski. Kelsey Stinson selected her English teacher, Ms. Cummins. Gabby Merrill chose our guidance secretary, Ms. Briggs. Sam Pickle chose her show choir coach, Ms. Naherniak. Let's give a big hand to our teachers.
All right, there's your most inspirational teachers at Monona Grove High School. My favorite, of course, Julia Durkin, an English teacher. All right, the national anthem is portrayed by the pep band. Nope. Lori Naherniak and Sam Pickle. right, Sam Pickle and Lori Herniak with a great rendition of the national anthem. We'll give Sam the basket and Lori the assist on that one. Now we're just about ready for player introductions. First, the red-clad Monroe Cheesemakers.
For the Monroe Cheesemakers,
Number 4, 5'6" senior, Brooke Adams. Number 10, 5'10" junior, Lexi Hilliard. Number 30, 5'8" freshman, Sydney Hilliard. Number 34, 6' sophomore, Sydney Matheson. And number 52, 5'10" senior, Hannah Vetterly. Adams, Hilliard, Matheson, and Vetterly. And now, our Silver Eagle girls.
Number 14, a senior.
Number 14, the leading scorer
Number 15,
in her career,
a freshman, McKenna
Autumn Ogden.
Warnock.
Number 15, freshman McKenna Warnock.
Number 20, a senior.
5'10" senior, number 20, Kelsey Stinson. Stinson and Ogden are
Number
co-captains.
24, a senior.
Number 24, 5'9" senior, Gabby Merrill.
And number 35.
And number 35, 5'10"
Kaylee
senior,
Hinson.
Kaylee Hinson. So for the Silver Eagles, Ogden, Warnock, Stinson, Merrill, and Hinson. Silver Eagles ready to go. Cheesemakers ready to go. Officials ready to go. Let's jump ball. See Autumn Ogden jump against probably Matheson. Just a reminder, you can catch WVMO basketball games on YouTube as well. Both streaming and then later. So yes, Matheson. Monroe's got these jerseys that are hard to read the numbers on. I forgot about them. So forgive me while I struggle. Matheson controls the tip, and Monroe will start with the ball. Sydney Hilliard to Federley. Lost the handle, picked up by Ogden. Autumn against Matheson, lost it herself. Ball on the floor, scrum. The held ball goes to the Silver Eagles. Matheson doing a good job in preventing the easy bucket by Ogden. Autumn gets a lot of baskets that way. Now Stinson will inbound to Ogden, kick it back to Hinson. Into the lane, try to dump it back to Ogden. Left corner, no, she'll dribble in. Hinson for three, off the rim. Warnock the putback, gets the putback. And McKenna Warnock with the first basket of the game. Like I said, Warnock just on fire, averaging 27 points in her last 3 games. They go to Adams in the corner. Out to Lexi Hilliard. Matheson almost lost the handle. Dump it into Sydney Hilliard, who loses it to Kelsey Stinson. Stinson on the run, right corner, Ogden, and she's called for the travel. So Autumn, a rare turnover. Hilliard to Matheson. Matheson harassed, picked up by Hinson. Quick down court pass to Stinson. Kelsey for 2. 4-0 MG leads. Nice pass by Warnock to see Stinson all alone under the basket. Sydney Hilliard over to Matheson to Lexi Hilliard. Left corner, out to Vetterly. Vetterly will give it to Adams up top. Left corner, left baseline is Matheson, 12-footer, no. Rebound, Hilliard, over to her sister, Lexi. Miss. Matheson with the putback, no. Tipped. Ogden comes up with the rebound. She's on the run now. She'll take it herself, put up the right-hander, off the rim, rebound Adams. 4-0 MG, 2 minutes underway here. They get it over against light MG pressure. Now we're going to get a foul. Sydney Hilliard had her pocket pick, but picks up the foul. Kelsey Stinson called for that one. Kellogg will come in for Ogden. Knibule will come in for who? Gabby Merrill, I believe. Hilliard for 2. Sydney Hilliard, the freshman, scoring her first 2 of the game. It's 4-2 MG. This is Kaylee Hinson, excuse me. It's tough when the guards are Hinson and Stinson. Kaylee, a little behind the back. Dump it down low to Kniebuhl, lost it. Out to Kellogg, nope. Goes right into the hands of Hilliard. And it's Cheesemaker ball. Hilliard will bring it up. She'll put up the 18-footer. No, rebound Stinson. Silver Eagles back down the floor in a hurry. This is Kellogg. Back to Hinson. She'll go into the lane. Left-hander for 2. Kaylee Hinson. Hinson averaging 7.6 a game. Her first bucket of the night. It makes it a 6-2 MG lead. 15:05 to play. This is Brooke Adams in the left corner now. Guarded by Warnock. Inside to Lexi Hilliard. Almost taken away by Stinson. Hilliard puts it up. No. Kniebuhl comes up with a loose ball. On the run to Warnock into the lane. Kniebuhl from the free throw line. 2 for Maddie. 8-2, the Silver Eagles lead. 14:40 to play in the first half. Sydney Hilliard to Brooke Adams in the left corner for 3. No. Rebound Vetterli. Kick it back to Lexi Hilliard for 3. Nope. Kniebuhl gets the rebound. Cheesemaker's shooting is cold. Silver Eagle rebounding is strong. This is Hinson into the lane. Over to Kniebuhl. Up top to Warnock. They're going to guard her closely as she is a deadly shooter. Now she lost it, but picked up by Stinson. Kniebuhl, 12-footer. She hits it for 2. And a timeout called by the Cheesemakers. Maddie Kay with 4 points, and it's a 10-2 MG lead. We're just shy of 4 minutes into the game. 14:08 to play in the first half. And the Silver Eagles jumping out to a nice lead. 4 different girls doing the scoring for Monona Grove, and now Coach Sam Matheson has to try and slow things down a little bit. He's got a couple subs coming in. We'll get those as soon as we can here. Coach Eric Nelson in his 8th year. Let's see, and unofficially I've got him at 103 wins and 72 losses. Not a bad record. Sydney Hilliard driving the lane, draws the foul and will get 2 shots. I think they're going to get Kniebuhl. Nope, Warnock called for the foul. Hilliard's first one is good. She has all 3 of the Monroe points. Now Ogden will come in for Kniebuhl. Let's see who else we got in there. Jordan Hurstbrunner came in for Monroe. Hilliard makes them both. She has all 4 of their points, 10-4. Lexi Nelson in the game for the Silver Eagles. She'll give it over to Warnock. Left elbow. Into the corner is Kellogg. Up top to Warnock. Try to go inside to Ogden. Excuse me, that's not Ogden. That's 24, Gabby Merrill. And a travel called on McKenna Warnock. Stinson in for Warnock. Emily Benchwall, a 5'9" freshman in the game for Monroe. This is Sydney Hilliard come up. She'll give it off to Benchwall. Benchwall to the free throw line. And she's called for the travel. Dragged that foot just a touch. Stinson inbounding to Lexi Nelson. Nelson looking inside, has it stolen by Hurstbrunner. This is Hilliard on the run. Looking for Hurstbrunner. Right side, nothing doing, back to Hilliard. Nice spin move into the lane. She puts up the left-hander, no. Gets their own rebound though. Kick it out to Brooke Adams, who thought about the 3 for a second. Hurstbrunner will take it in the lane uncontested. Oh, and can't get it. Rebound Stinson, and she draws the foul. I think they're going to get Hurstbrunner with the foul on that one. Yep, that's the first foul against the Cheesemakers. Kniebuhl and Hinson back in. Nelson and Ogden will take a seat. Sydney Matheson back into the game for Monroe. Hinson, Kniebuhl, up top to Stinson. She loops it into Gabby Merrill. Tries to get it to Kniebuhl. Turnaround 8-footer for 2. 6 points for Maddie. Maddie averages 6.6 a game. She's got 6 already, and it's a 12-4 MG lead. Sydney Hilliard off the pass from Lexi. Hurstbrunner back to Hilliard. Sydney will put up the 18-footer for 2. She has all 6 of their points. Kniebuhl into the lane. Looking for some help now. Finds Hinson up top. I guess that was Ben Shovel, not Hilliard, that made that last one. Now we've got a held ball, and that'll go to Monroe. (12-6), the Silver Eagles lead with 11:56 to play. Warnock will come in now for Gabby Merrill. So we've got Kellogg, Hinson, Stinson, Warnock, and Kniebuhl. Coach Eric Nelson with the luxury of a deep bench. Ooh, Hinson almost stole that one away from Hilliard. No, that was Ben Shovel. Ben Shovel and Sydney Hilliard look very much alike. This is Ben Shovel. Fake the 3. 10-footer for 2. Ben Shovel with 4 points now. Hinson to Warnock. A long 3. Boom, baby. Warnock with 5 points, including her first 3 of the game now. Ben Shovel misses the 3. Rebound Hurstbrunner back. Ben Shovel up top. Saved by Hilliard. Sydney working against McKenna Warnock over to Lexi Hilliard. Runs into the double team, finds Hurstbrunner on the left side, up top to Matheson. Swing it around to the right. Ben Shovel back to Hilliard for 3. Nope. And Ben Shovel wins the race to the rebound. Back to Hilliard. And Ben Shovel. Oh, MG caught a break there. I think Warnock touched that one as it was going out of bounds. Instead, they say the Cheesemakers touched it last, and it's MG ball. 6:15-8, they lead it. 10:48 to play in the first half. This is Kelsey Stinson, left elbow, trying to back in, up top to Hinson. Almost lost it. Hinson to Stinson. Stinson, she'll take the 3. Boom. Silver Eagles can shoot 3s like nobody's business. Stinson with 5 points. 18-8, the Silver Eagles up by 10 with 10:23 to play in the first half. Hurstbrunner, left side, Sydney Hilliard wraparound pass to Hurstbrunner, 5-footer in the lane for 2. Hurstbrunner's first hoop of the night. The 5'10 junior averaging 5 points a game. Hinson dribbles down to the right corner, up top to Stinson. Stinson and Warnock hit the 3s from almost the same spot near the right elbow. Hinson, long cross-court pass to Kellogg. Kellogg, a dangerous 3-point shooter, too. I mentioned she came up halfway through the season and quickly earned a spot in the rotation. Warnock from the free throw line for 2. She has 7 points, averaging just under 20 a game. She's been on fire here lately. Ben Shovel dribbling in from the right corner for 2. Ben Shovel with 6 points now. 20-12. This is Hinson. Hand off to Warnock. She'll take that 3 again. This one's off. Rebound, Hilliard. No, that was Ben Shovel to Hilliard. She'll take the 8-footer. Rattles around and drops down. And now a timeout called by the Silver Eagles. Coach Nelson wants to slow things down as Monroe, after trailing by 10 points, now has cut it to just 6, 20-14 with 9:06 to play. Gave up a couple easy baskets in the lane there that they shouldn't have. Monona Grove with a 6-point lead. Excuse me, can I help you?
I'll just
mentioned, after tonight, the Silver Eagles play tomorrow against Madison La Follette at La Follette. Hey, you can't do that up here. Kids, I tell you. 9:06 to play. Boy, Benchovel came off the bench and scored 6 quick points here. She's averaging 8.4 a game, third on the team. Just a reminder, halftime, it's youth night, so we'll get to see some youths out on the floor. I think it's youth dance team night, actually. That's always fun. Let me double check and see what it says here. Yeah, on my schedule it just says inspirational teacher night, but I think we're going to see some youth dance team members out there along with the world famous MG dance team. All right, Nelson in the game at point guard. Sam Pickle also in, along with Warnock, Stinson, Ogden. Nice play by Kelsey Stinson into the lane, throw up the right-hander. Kelsey has 7 points. Brooke Adams for 3. Nope. Rebound Warnock. Quickly ahead to Stinson. She'll stop looking for Ogden. Saved it from going out of bounds. Warnock for 3. Oh, yeah. McKenna Warnock with 10 points already. We still have 8:25 to play in the first half. She's in first one to double figures. And it's a 25-14 game, 11-point lead. That timeout did the trick. This is Vetterli. Matheson lost it. Nelson gets the loose ball. Who's 2012 for Monroe? Sammy Curtis. Stinson inside to Ogden. The left-hand turnaround. Gets the roll. First basket of the night for Autumn Ogden. Autumn comes in averaging 17 a game. That's her first hoop of the game. And it opens up a 13-point MG lead. This is Curtis to the free throw line. Almost stolen away by Warnock. Pickle picks it up. Ahead to Warnock. No, this is Stinson. And Stinson gets hammered. That's Benchovel picking up the foul. Stinson had an easy layup there, but hard foul by Benchovel. And a timeout called. 7:32 to play in the first half, a 27-14 MG lead. Coach Nelson keeping his foot on the accelerator. The girls responding. I love this run and gun offense that they've got. They're either making easy layups or taking the open threes, and it makes for a very exciting game because these girls can shoot threes. Monona Grove comes into tonight's game hitting 29% of their three-point shots. They've raised up their free throw percentage lately, too. A couple of good games recently. Brought it up to 67%. We'll call that acceptable. (27-14), biggest lead of the night with 7:32 to play in the first half. Monroe with points from only 3 girls so far. Not a lot of fouls called yet either. 2 for each team. All right, one of those though will lead to Kelsey Stinson going to the line. Her first trip to the line, her first Silver Eagle trip to the line for any of the girls tonight. Kelsey misses that one. Let's see, prior to tonight's game, she has hit 68% of her free throws. Not bad. Let's see how she does on this one. Thank you very much. 8 points for Kelsey. And it's a 28-14 MG lead. They look inside for Benchovel. Nope, that was Hilliard getting it. Warnock gets the loose ball away from her. Ahead to Stinson. Stinson lays it up. No, Warnock gets the rebound. The fall away. Put back for 2. Warnock with 12 points now. Hilliard, 22. Who's that? Hurstbrunner. Should have recognized her. To Sammy Curtis. Inside, stolen by Warnock. She gets it ahead to Ogden. Autumn take it up the right side. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Matheson. Oh, that's Vetterli with that one. Hilliard Over to Hurstbrunner, looking inside, stolen by Stinson. She'll take this in all by herself. Knocked away by Hilliard. No foul call. Good play by Hilliard. Lexi Hilliard and Sam Matheson comes in, and 32, Alicia Keister, let's say. It's probably not pronounced that way, but it's fun to say Keister on the radio. Up top to Warnock. For the Silver Eagles, they bring in Gabby Merrill and Kaylee Kellogg, joining Stinson, Hinson, and Warnock. This is Stinson right side, cross court to Kellogg. She'll take the three. Long off the back of the rim. Rebound Brooke Adams for the Cheesemakers. They're on the run. Now they'll pull back. She almost went across the line and back. Sydney Hilliard, 12-footer lean in her. Nope. Gabby Merrill comes up with the rebound. Stinson thought about the three. Kellogg up top to Hinson. Spin move in the lane. Left-hander. No. Hilliard with the rebound for the Cheesemakers. 6 minutes to play in the first half. A 30-14 MG lead here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Hope you're watching or listening. Nice move inside by the Cheesemakers. Who was that? 32, Keister. But she couldn't pick up the handle on the ball and lost it out of bounds. So now Nelson, Kniebuhl, and Flanders will come in. Maddie coming in for the first time tonight. Hinson, Kellogg, and Merrill will sit down. Nope, Kellogg's going to stay in. So for the Silver Eagles, a little confusion here. It's Nelson, Warnock, Flanders, Kniebuhl, and Kellogg. Hey, this could be five we're going to see a lot of next year, all underclass, or non-seniors, I should say. Kellogg and Warnock just freshmen. Left corner, Flanders goes baseline. Kniebuhl, 18-footer, no. Gets the rebound, though, into the lane. Out to Kellogg, top of the key. To Lexi Nelson. Dribbler on the top, Flanders will try to back in. Nope. Taken away by Hilliard, and Hilliard gets fouled by Lexi Nelson right in front of the bench. First foul on Lexi, team third. So with 5:20, the Cheesemakers will walk it up against the Silver Eagles, trailing by 16. Monona Grove with a 30-14 lead. Keister to Ben Shovel. Ben Shovel tries to go into the lane, blocked by Kellogg and Kniebuhl. Keister, ball on the floor. Lexi Hilliard wrestling for it. Now Kellogg dives in there, and the possession arrow goes to the Silver Eagles. A lot of held balls so far in the first half. More held balls than fouls, I dare say. Nice to see the Silver Eagles in there scrapping for them. Warnock will bring it up for the Silver Eagles. Into the lane, stop and pop the 8-footer. No. Rebound, Kniebuhl saved it from going out of bounds. No, she stepped on the line. It'll be Cheesemaker ball. 4:48 to play in the first half, 30-14. Let's get a stop here and go on a little run. Sydney Hilliard, the freshman, bringing it up for Monona Grove, or for the Monroe Cheesemakers, working against Flanders. Into the lane, nice first move. Blocked by Kniebuhl, but she draws the whistle, and Hilliard will go to the line for two. First foul on Maddie Kniebuhl. Fourth team foul, and Sydney Hilliard to the line for the second time tonight. She's 2 for 2, 3 for 3. I've got her for 6 points here. Stinson in for Flanders. Every combination Coach Nelson puts out there is a good one. Hilliard hits another one. She has 8 points to lead the Cheesemakers, and it's 30-16. 4:35 to play. Warnock walking it up for the Silver Eagles. Over to Stinson, tries to drive right side, batted out of bounds by Matheson. Matheson leads them in blocks with 2.3 a game, 46 on the season. Warnock rolls off the front of the rim, rebound Hilliard. That Sydney Hilliard's a good player. I'm really impressed with her. She looks inside for Ben Shovel, turn around for two. Ben Shovel's got a nice shot too. Couple of freshmen. They're going to be tough in the next couple years. Kellogg back to Warnock, swinging around to Stinson. 3-ball, boom. Stinson and Warnock just owning the Cheesemakers so far. 33-18, 3:50 to play in the first half. Hilliard bringing it up. Over to Keister. Lexi Hilliard now. Guarded by Lexi Nelson. They look inside for Matheson. Tipped out of bounds. It's MG ball. Now Warnock will take a seat. Hinson will come in. Ogden will come in. Who's going to take a seat? Knievel. 3:44 to play. 33-18. The Silver Eagles with a 15-point lead. Hinson to Lexi Nelson. Up top to Stinson. She's matched Warnock 3 for 3 so far. Now they go down low for Ogden for 2. Autumn with her second field goal of the night. 4 points for her. It's a 35-18 lead. Hilliard into the corner, up top to Keister. This is Ben Shovel. Hilliard in for 2. Hilliard with 10 points. She leads them in scoring. Hinson out to Stinson for 3. Oh, man. 5 3-pointers for the Silver Eagles in the first half. Now Stinson with 3 of them. She and Warnock have just been aflame. Under 3 minutes to play here. It's a 38-20 MG lead. In danger of doubling up the Cheesemakers. Now Lexi Hilliard will take the 3 off the rim. Out of bounds, MG ball. Now Adams and Vetterli will come in. Lexi Hilliard and Sydney Matheson will take a seat. Pickle will come in. Gabby Merrill will come in for the Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles with 10 girls in uniform tonight. All 10 have played. Hinson out to Ogden. Fake the 3 into the lane. A little leaner left-hander. No, but she draws a foul. No, she's called for a travel. That's the second travel call on Autumn tonight. Autumn, the second leading scorer in school history. 1,100 points coming into tonight's game, trailing only Taylor Nelson. Autumn goes off for 40 a game in the last few games of her career here. She could pass Taylor. Hilliard into the lane, no. Rebound Autumn. Ogden quickly ahead to Hinson. Lays it up, no. Rebound Keister. Out to Hilliard. To Brooke Adams for 2. First field goal for Adams. It's a 38-22 lead. 2 minutes to play in the half. Hinson into the lane. Tries to dump it into Merrill. Taken away by Adams. Hilliard bringing it across. This is Ben Shovel. Left corner out to Hilliard up top. Back to Ben Shovel. Ben Shovel to the free throw line. Now to Adams. Right elbow. Hilliard left elbow. Nice head fake against Pickle, but she gives it up. Adams left corner. Good ball movement by the Cheesemakers. Oh, Hinson almost comes up with a steal. Good team defense here for the Silver Eagles. Adams for 3 for 3. 5 points for Adams. She's been quiet for the first 16 minutes of the half. Now she's hit for 5 points. Right corner Stinson. That's long. Into the hands of Merrill. To give it off to Ogden. Autumn for 2. She's got 6 points. 40-25, under a minute to play. Hilliard to Vetterli up high. To Keister. No, that's Ben Shovel, excuse me. Keister's number 32. Warnock and Knievel coming in for the Silver Eagles. Matheson in. Vetterli will sit down for Monroe. So the Silver Eagles with Hinson, Stinson, Ogden, Knievel, and Warnock. This is a tough 5. Big, strong, all good shooters, all good defenders. Silver Eagles will play for the last shot here, 40-25, 30 seconds to play in the half. This is Kaylee Hinson, guarded by Brooke Adams. Up to the top of the key. Now she'll back up and give it off to Stinson. Adams matched up against Hinson. Ben Shovel guarding Stinson. They posed some matchup problems because of the Silver Eagles' size. 7 seconds left. Hinson driving left side. Ogden for three. Yes! Autumn at the buzzer for three. She goes to the locker room with 9 points. And the Silver Eagles, the 43-25 halftime lead. We'll be back with the second half of Silver Eagle basketball here on WVMO. I'm Steve Martinelli. Your Silver Eagle girls leading the Monroe Cheesemakers at the half, 43-25.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we have the Monona Grove dance team directing the junior Monona Grove dancers. Let's give a warm welcome to our junior dancers. Our junior dancers are grades kindergarten through 6th grade.
Welcome back to the second half of Silver Eagle basketball here on WVMO. Steve Martinelli bringing you the Silver Eagle girls for the 21st season. Silver Eagles leading the Monroe Cheesemakers at halftime 43-25. And before we recap the first half, let's send out some well wishes to Keontae Furge. Keontae recovering from a procedure. One of our football players, and I believe he's a wrestler, and he's also a manager on the basketball team. And then I want to take a moment here, too, to recognize Chad Worth. Chad, a former Silver Eagle football, basketball, baseball player, one of the most exciting football players ever to come out of this school. Serious contender for all conference at 4 different positions for Monona Grove: running back, defensive back, kicker, and punter. An outstanding kick returner and good kid besides. Chad suffered an accident recently, and they've set up a fund for him online. If you Google Chad Worth Fund, I'm sure you can find it. Well worthy cause. Chad, a good kid, and his mother, a friend of the broadcast. She worked with my partner Bob Schmuck for a long time, and our wishes go out to Chad and his family. I hope he's all right. Seriously, this kid was one of the best football players I've ever seen. Granted, you hear us talk about Torrin Young a lot. Torrin at the game tonight, as a matter of fact. But Chad Worth was Torrin Young before Torrin Young was. He was an outstanding player, a threat to score anytime he touched the ball, and literally one of those kids that never came off the field. Tough guy and not very big, probably 5'8", 180 pounds. But outstanding football player, and turned into a fine young man, and I hope he recovers soon and his family doesn't suffer the hardships of trying to pay for his recovery. All right, let's talk about scoring here. In the first half, Monroe with only 25 points. The Silver Eagles jumping out to the 18-point lead. Led in scoring in the first half, Sydney Hilliard with 10 points, 8 for fellow freshman Emily Benchovel, 5 for senior Brooke Adams, and 2 for Jordan Hurstbrunner. The Cheesemakers, perfect 4 for 4 from the line, all by Sydney Hilliard. Silver Eagles only 1 out of 2 from the line. Kelsey Stinson, the only one making the trip to the charity stripe so far tonight. I don't think anybody in the game has 2 fouls even. No, 2 fouls in the first half on the whole Cheesemaker squad, 4 on the Silver Eagles. So not a lot of fouls. Give you an idea, a little perspective on them. Silver Eagles average 21 fouls a game. They came up with 4 in the first half. All right, in scoring for the Silver Eagles, Kelsey Stinson leading the way with 14 points, including 3 3-pointers. McKenna Warnock had a couple threes of her own on her way to 12 points. Autumn Ogden had the sixth 3. She has 9 points. And then 6 for Maddie Kniebuhl and 2 for Kaylee Hinson. Silver Eagles getting 10 players into the game in that first half. Of course, they got a couple on the sideline injured, Addie Gaber and Carson Weber. Weber off crutches finally. That's an encouraging move. Hopefully we'll see her as we get into the playoffs. Regionals will be, February 26th. Hopefully we'll have a game here at Monona Grove. If that's the case, we'll assume that we'll be bringing that to you here on WVMO and on YouTube. All right, for the Silver Eagles starting the second half, their original starting 5, Ogden, Hinson, Stinson, Warnock, and Merrill. Vetterly, Hilliard, Vetterly, and who else? Brooke Adams, the same starting 5 for the Cheesemakers. Look inside for Vetterly, come back out to Matheson. This is Brooke Adams with the ball. Adams, over to Matheson, to to Hilliard. Benchovel's not in the game, you big silly. Benchovel left corner, trying to go baseline, lays one up. Oh, and Gabby Merrill whistled for the foul. That'll be Gabby's first, and that'll send Hilliard to the line. Hilliard, just a freshman, listed at 5'8", but she plays bigger than that. Sydney Hilliard, 5'8" freshman. That's her first miss of the night. Hilliard's coming up, and she makes that one. She has 11 points. 43-26, just underway here in the second half. This is Stinson inside to Ogden. Autumn, 8-foot jumper, no, rebound Warnock. She'll give it back to Autumn Ogden. Ogden will put it back up again for 2. Give Autumn a couple shots, she'll make them. 11 points for Autumn now, 3 Silver Eagles in double figures. This is Matheson. Over to Adams, right side. She drives. Blocked by Merrill. And now we got a foul underneath. I think this is going against Ogden. Either Ogden or Merrill. Let's see. Gabby Merrill called for 2 quick fouls to start the second half. And that sends Matheson to the line. Sydney Matheson, averaging almost 9 points a game, has yet to score. Make a liar out of me. Sydney. I remember when Sydney Matheson was born. Her dad was coaching here at Monona Grove. Sydney making them both. Sam Matheson coached 7 years here at the Monona Grove, 1994 through 2001. Compiled a record of 54 wins and 96 losses. Save you from doing the math, that's 36%. Replaced by Mike Matheson. Or Mike Mayfield. One of my favorites. I like Mike. Still run into him from time to time. He's a great guy. Good teacher. Silver Eagles whip it around. This is Hinson on the right side. Now she'll go up top to Stinson. Looking inside for Ogden. Nice little move. Dump it down to Merrill. Gabby can't get the roll. Tipped. Picked up by Lexi Hilliard. Lexi on the run. Coming in left side. Runs into trouble. Can't get it to drop. Matheson gets the loose ball and she gets fouled. So Matheson, after making a pair of free throws, will go back to the line and shoot a couple more. Stinson called for her second foul. Third team foul. Matheson to the line. Missing that one. Matheson, a 66% free throw shooter. Hilliard had those first 6 free throws. She hit 75 from the line. Matheson misses them both and tipped out of bounds by the Silver Eagles. Hilliard will inbound. Sydney Hilliard, the freshman. Lexi, a junior. So we'll see them both again next year. Gets it in to Lexi. Look inside for Matheson. And we got a foul inside against the Silver Eagles. Monroe inbounded again. Kaylee Hinson called for her first foul. 4th team foul, so we've already matched the entire total for the first half. Inbound to Vetterli. Vetterli left side. Hands it off to Sydney Hilliard. Free throw line, nope. Over to Lexi. Lexi Hilliard will dribble in. She'll go to the free throw line and give it back to Sydney. She'll stop. Thought about the 12-footer outside to Lexi for 3. Nope. Rebound Autumn Ogden. Autumn leads the Silver Eagles with 8.4 rebounds a game. Dump it over to Stinson for 3. Little hard. Rebound Ogden trying to go back up. She draws the foul. I think this is against Vetterli. Nope, not Vetterli. Matheson. They do call it against Vetterli. I thought I saw Matheson get her, but that was on Autumn Ogden to the line. Autumn, a 68% free throw shooter. Her first trip to the line. Makes the first one. Got to make your free throws. Kniebuhl in for Merrill. Ben Shovel and Keister in. Vetterli and Lexi Hilliard will take a seat. Autumn Ogden to the line. Autumn with 12 points. Misses that. Rebound Matheson. Hilliard into the lane. Has it taken away by Stinson. Ahead to Autumn Ogden. Autumn on the run. Right side layup for 2. Nice assist by Stinson. 14 for Autumn. 48-28. 20-point lead, the biggest of the night. Now Matheson leans in from the left side for 2. Matheson with 4 points. So that 20-point lead disappeared pretty quick. Seconds after they jump out to that. The basket by Matheson making it just an 18-point lead. 15 minutes to play in the game. 48-30 the Silver Eagle lead. Stinson called for the travel. 15:01 to play. And an 18-point MG lead. Hilliard, 10-footer, no. Rebound Ogden. Autumn getting a lot of rebounds tonight. Looking for some help, throws it into the hands of Brooke Adams, then takes it right away from her. Autumn back with the ball. 1-on-4 break. She'll stop and hand off to Knievel. And a timeout called by the Silver Eagles. Coach Eric Nelson. When these two teams played earlier this season down in Monroe, the Silver Eagles victorious that night. It was January 14th. Monona Grove trailing at halftime, 40-34, put together a good second half and edged the Cheesemakers 69-64. Autumn Ogden with a great night that night, 21 points to lead the Silver Eagles. 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, even 2 blocks. McKenna Warnock had 20 points and 12 rebounds, 4 assists. And, of course, as you'd expect, Stinson with 10, 3 assists. On the Monroe side of things, Sydney Hilliard led the way with 29 points and 7 assists. Matheson had 15 points and 9 rebounds and 3 blocks in that night. I know, I'm covering you up with statistics. Bottom line is Silver Eagles came from behind to win. Now tonight, they're clicking on all cylinders and lead at 48-30. They've got the ball. They inbound to Ogden. Back in, nice pass to Knievel. Finds her path blocked, though, by Keister. Up top to Hinson. Warnock. Dump it down low to Ogden. 2 for Autumn. 16 points for Ogden. I believe she is the MG leader now in scoring tonight. Hilliard, left corner, Brooke Adams. To Keister, cross court to Ben Shovel. She dribbles up to the top. Silver Eagles in a man-to-man. It's worked pretty well tonight. They go down low for Ben Shovel. No. Rebound Knievel. Tipped it into the hands of Stinson. Long pass to Warnock. She'll step back. Thought she was going to take the 3. Ogden will take that 3. Yes! She hits her second 3 of the night. Autumn Ogden hitting now. That's the 7th 3-pointer of the evening for the Silver Eagles. 7 3-pointers gives them 124 on the season. That's roughly twice what Monroe has. They look inside for Ben Shovel, whip it around to Hilliard into the lane, and she gets called for the travel. 53-30, the biggest lead of the night for the Silver Eagles with 13:16 to play. Monona Grove looking to cement that hold on second place in the Badger South. Sammy Curtis in for the Cheesemakers. Hinson walking it up for the Silver Eagles. Right side Warnock. Cross court to Knievel, up top to Stinson. Back to Knievel to Hinson. Right side drive. No, she'll pull back and give it to Warnock. Warnock back to Hinson. Now Hinson will go into the lane, put up the right-hander. No. Foul. This is going to go against Hinson. No, they're going to say MG knocked it out of bounds. So Sammy Curtis will do the honors and inbound it to Ben Shovel. Nope, that's not Curtis. That's Lexi Hilliard. They look for Lexi in the left corner. Runs into a double team. Looking inside to Ben Shovel. Lost the handle. Curtis. Ben Shovel for 3. Sorry, I can't get too excited. Ben Shovel with 11 points. She's having a good night. 53-33. Stinson, free throw line. No, out to Knievel left. Warnock missing the 3 there. Rebound by Hinson. Kaylee will bring it up top. Hand off. Stinson inside to Ogden. To Warnock underneath for 2. Warnock with 14. That's her first basket of the second half. 11:55 to play. 55-33. Stolen by Warnock. Ahead to Autumn Ogden. Ogden has it knocked away by Ben Shovel. Vetterly and Matheson in for the Cheesemakers. The Silver Eagles will inbound under their own basket. Pass out high to Hinson. She'll drive, dump it left corners. Ogden for three. Autumn missing that one. Rebound. Can I be able to put back? No. Ogden tries to rebound it. Gets it out to Stinson. Ogden thought about the three for a second. She'll dribble in. Hinson for three. Kaylee can't get it to drop. Rebounds. Warnock. The putback. No, she's fouled and will go to the line for two. Silver Eagles rebounding exceptionally well tonight. Ogden and Warnock getting a pile of them. Between the two of them, they average about 16 rebounds a game. First foul on Matheson. Warnock to the line, in and out. Warnock, a great free throw shooter, hitting 73 on the season. Missing her first tonight. Nelson, Kellogg, and Merrill in the game with Warnock and Stinson. Warnock hitting that one. I've got Warnock with 15 points now. 11-10 to play. 56-33, back to that 23-point lead. Matheson, nope, Lexi Hilliard losing that one. Stinson, out to Warnock for three. Boom! Warnock's third three of the night. 8 for the team. 59-33, 26-point lead is the biggest of the evening. 10:45 to play in the game. Silver Eagles averaging 69 points a game coming into this matchup. They're 10 away from that now. No, Matheson trying to go baseline. No. Rebound Stinson. Kelsey, a good rebounder too. She's averaging 3.5 a game. Warnock to Merrill. Up top to Stinson. Out to Kellogg. To Lexi Nelson right side. Gabby Merrill trying to go baseline. Finds it blocked out to Kellogg for three. Long off the back of the rim. Couple Silver Eagles going for that rebound. They're going to say held ball. Goes to Monona Grove. Actually, I think it was held between Warnock and Kellogg. There were cheesemakers leaning around, standing around, but it was all MG on that one. Now they inbound to Stinson, and she gets fouled right away. Just the third team foul against Cheesemakers. Second one on Matheson. Stinson inbounding up top to Gabby Merrill. Merrill into the lane, dump it back to Kellogg. She'll go and give it to Stinson. Merrill, 18-footer, nope. She's not going to shoot that. She's going to give it to Stinson. Will give it to Kellogg, who will drive right side, blocked by Matheson. Matheson just a sophomore, a 6-foot sophomore. She's a good one. Now 5 Cheesemakers coming in. Adams, Hirschbrunner. It's a bunch of girls in there. Some we've seen, some we haven't seen, I believe. Cross court to Lexi Nelson, down low to Merrill. Merrill tries to put it up, draws the foul, and will get 2 free throws. Foul on 32, Keister. Her first. Gabby Merrill to the line. Gabby missing the first. Gabby hitting about 53% from the line. 58% from the line. Ogden and Hinson in for Stinson and Warnock. Joining Kellogg, Merrill, and Lexi Nelson. 59-33 with 9:44 to play. Gabby's second free throw missed. Rebound picked up by Hilliard. Hilliard into Keister. Adams, Hirschbrunner. That's 20, Maddie Colgren. She's the one we haven't seen before. Hirschbrunner through the hands of Hilliard. Ogden picks up the loose ball. Nice fake pass. Oh, was that beautiful. She had Lexi on the left, on her right side, but instead did a little show it and pull it back and then laid it up for 2. 61-33, biggest lead of the night. 3-pointer for Adams. She cuts into that lead, and a timeout called by Coach Sam Matheson. Just under 9 minutes to play, which means we're halfway through the half. 61-36. The Silver Eagle lead is 25 points. Well, some talented athletes on the Monroe side of things. They've got some girls who are multi-sport stars. They graduated only one player of note, Alicia Keegan, who averaged 8.8 a game, honorable mention all-conference last year, as were Adams, Lexi Hilliard, and Sydney Matheson. Keister, Matheson, and Vetterly are all honorable mention all-conference volleyball players, while Vetterly and Brooke Adams play softball very well. Vetterly a catcher. Yeah, I didn't know that, did you? She's pretty big for a catcher. She's tall. All right, Silver Eagles have the ball and the 25-point lead, 61-36. Let's get some more girls in the scorebook here. This is Hinson. Give it off to Ogden. Tried to dump it into Merrill and off Gabby's hands and out of bounds. It goes to the Cheesemakers. Colgren will inbound to Sydney Hilliard. Picked up by Gabby Merrill as she crosses the timeline. Over to Brooke Adams' right side, and Brooke is fouled by Kaylee Kellogg. That's Kaylee's first foul. Nobody in the game with more than 2 fouls. A fairly clean game so far. Colgren will inbound for the Cheesemakers in front of the Monroe student section. As it were, this is a long drive to come for a game when your team's not in contention for anything. This is Colgren harassed by Lexi Nelson. Hurstbrunner to Hilliard. Hilliard spin move in the lane. Tried to go up, draws a foul. I think they're going to get Merrill for her third. Yep. So Gabby the first one to 3. 16 fouls on the Silver Eagles, so we're in the bonus for the next 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Hilliard to the line where she's 5 out of 6. Missing that one. Warnock comes in for Kaylee Kellogg. Hilliard's second free throw coming up. I've got her for 11 points, only 1 in the second half. There's just her second half points. 8:17 to play, 61-37. Warnock for 2. I have Warnock with 20 points. Ogden I've got for 21. That's what they scored last time against these two, 21 and 20. Let's see if we can get Kelsey Stinson to score some points. She's on the bench currently. Little short shot there, picked up by Autumn Ogden. Autumn on the run. Almost lost it, kicks it back to Lexi Nelson. Set things up, Lexi. She goes inside to Warnock. Over to Hinson. Drives the lane, left-hand layup, no. Tipped right back into the hands, and Hinson was out of bounds when she touched that loose ball. Now Kanivial will come in. Kanivial with 6 points. She had 6 early in the game and nothing since then. Let's get her some more here. We're going to get Lexi Nelson a basket. We haven't seen Lexi score in a while. She had a couple baskets in that victory over Milton a couple weeks ago. Let's get her some points tonight. Hurstbrunner to Ben Shovel. Looking inside, and they're going to get Kanivial for the foul, reaching around Sydney Matheson. So that'll send Sydney to the line for a 1-and-1. Second foul on Kanivial. Flanders in for Lexi Nelson. Matheson to the line where she's 2 out of 4. On the season, Matheson hitting 66% of her free throws. Off the front of the rim, rebound Ogden. Warnock to Hinson. 63-37, 7 minutes to play. Silver Eagles with a comfortable lead. This is Flanders into the free throw lane. Oh, no foul there called on Hilliard. She almost stepped out of bounds. Now she tries the layup. No, stolen by Ogden. Tiptoes the baseline. Quickly ahead to Warnock. Warnock. Oh, nice. Leans back, and Warnock puts it up for 2 more. Warnock has just been on fire here in the second half of the season. Clearly the best freshman we've seen in a long, long time. Well, perhaps ever. Let's hope she keeps this up for a long Silver Eagle career. Foul on Hinson, her second foul. Ben Shovel to the line, shooting the bonus. Makes the first one. Lexi Hilliard in for Adams. Vetterly coming in for Hersbrunner. Ben Shovel, that free throw. The second one good. She's 2 for 2 from the line. 65-39, 6.5 minutes to play. Warnock, left corner. Ogden called for the travel. Remember, Autumn Ogden will be playing next year in college at North Dakota State, a D1 school. Lexi Hilliard up top to Vetterly. Over to Ben Shovel. Right side, Sydney Hilliard now into the corner to Lexi. Pass into the hands of Warnock. Down court in a hurry. Picked up by Kniebuhl and another held ball. This one to Monroe. They're quick to call that held ball. Warnock stole that ball away and then just chucked it down court. Kniebuhl and Ogden were in the vicinity but not close enough to corral it in, and Kniebuhl with some good scuffling to tie it up. Under 6 minutes to play. Silver Eagles with a 65-39 lead. This is Lexi Hilliard inside to Vetterly. She lost the handle. They're going to call Flanders for the foul. Maddie's first foul. Vetterly to the line for the first time. She averages just under 5 a game. And that's her first point tonight. (65-40), a 25-point MG lead. Vetterly makes them both. Remember, the Silver Eagles, or excuse me, the Cheesemakers in the bonus as Monona Grove's got 9 fouls. Now Warnock will bring it up for the Silver Eagles. She'll take it into the lane, dump it down low to Kniebuhl, blocked by Matheson. Out to Flanders though. Hinson, Autumn Ogden in the right corner, back to Hinson. She'll drive the lane, kick it out to Ogden for 3. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound Hilliard, and she lost it out of bounds. It's MG ball under their own basket. 5:27 to play, a 65-41 lead. Colgren, Curtis, and 32 Keister in the game for Monroe. Coach Matheson starting to sub a little more here, let some other girls into the game. Flanders to Hinson. Kniebuhl up top to Hinson. Hinson to Flanders for 3. Maddie Flanders! Flanders hits their 9th three-pointer. Maddie's hit a couple of three-pointers this season. In fact, recently she's hit some threes. Let me see where she's shooting. Yeah, that's her 6th. She hits about a quarter of them that she takes. And she gets that rebound. 68-41. Ogden for 3. In and out. Rebound Kniebuhl. She's mugged. They're going to call it jump ball, but it goes to the Silver Eagles. Vetterly taking Kniebuhl down now. 4 Silver Eagles coming in. Pickle, Merrill, Nelson, and Kellogg joining Flanders. So the 5 starters on the bench for Monona Grove. Coach Nelson turning it over to the reserves. We'll probably see them for the next 4:40. Lexi Nelson running the point for the Silver Eagles. Finds Kellogg. Up to Merrill. Nice little weave there. This is Pickle. Pickle can shoot from the outside too. She's surprised us with some nice range. Nice range singing the national anthem too. Boy, what a segue that was. This is Pickle, right or left corner up top to Kellogg. Silver Eagles are content to just eat some clock here. Pickle will take the 3. Air ball. Make a liar out of me, Sam. 4:08 to play, a 68-41 MG lead. Ben Shovel will bring it up for the red-clad Cheesemakers. It's funny because Cheesemakers generally wear white. They look inside for Vetterli. She gets the 2. Vetterli's first field goal of the night. She's got 4 points. Kellogg gets tied up, and the jump ball goes to Monroe, and now 5 Cheesemakers coming in. Bunch of girls we haven't seen, so we're going to see subs the rest of the way. I'm not going to try and announce the Cheesemaker players unless they score a basket. They do have a girl in there named Sam Marty, who's only 5'2". Remember that girl from Rufus King who was listed at 5'1", who didn't look even 5 feet tall? She was tiny. Silver Eagles with Flanders, Merrill, Pickle, Nelson, and Kellogg. Merrill with the takeaway there. This is Flanders. Take it in. Stop. Put up the 12-footer. Nope. Tipped out of bounds by Monroe. So the Silver Eagles will retain possession of the ball. 3:23 to play. Play gets a little ragged at this point in the game, but stolen by the Silver Eagles. Right back into the hand of Flanders, though. Out to Kellogg. Give it to Lexi Nelson, right elbow. Pickle, left corner, 3-ball. Nope, missing that one. Rebound Monroe. Tipped out of bounds, and we're going to get a foul called on Sam Pickle. And one of the Monroe girls just almost hurt herself running. Pickle called for her first foul. So we'll come back and shoot. We'll see who this is at the line. Her ponytail obscures her number. Monroe's jerseys are hard to read the number on anyways. We're in the double bonus, so she gets 2 of them. She missed the first. Peyton Noble at the line, number 42. She's a 5'8" junior. Chloe Schrader having trouble with her shoe. So a momentary timeout. Now Noble's second one coming up. Noble makes that one, gets her name in the scorebook. 68-44. Nelson to Flanders in the left corner, out to Pickle. Right corner, Kellogg up top to Nelson. She'll take the 3. Lexi can't get it to go. Rebound Monroe. And a travel called on the Cheesemakers as the 2 girls bang into each other. Marty and Schrader. Nelson up top to Merrill. Over to Nelson. 2:45 to play. We're just playing out the string on this one. Silver Eagles will win their 14th game of the season. 16th game of the season. 16-4 they will go to. Currently ranked number 11 in Division II. Chance to clinch second place next week in the Badger South. Schrader called for her first foul. Kaylee Kellogg to the line for 2. Missing her first. Let's see. Kaylee hitting 80% of her free throws before tonight. 8 out of 10. She's now 9 out of 12. $69-44. The Silver Eagles at their season average. 2:25 to play. Let's pad this a little. It's nice to get into the 70s. Noble loses it to Merrill. Quickly ahead to Flanders. Take it in, Maddie. Left-hander, no, but she draws the foul and will go to the line for 2 shots as Schrader fouls her. Schrader, a 6-foot junior. Maddie Flanders with 3 points already. Hard off the back of the rim. A miss for Maddie. Maddie hitting 2/3 of her free throws, averaging 1.4 a game. She's got 3 already tonight. And there's point number 4. Nothing but net on that one. 70-44, the Silver Eagles hit the magic 70 mark and will raise their points per game average. Tell you, it was Stinson and Warnock in the first half, Warnock and Ogden in the second half. Paige Murphy scoring for Monroe on that one. 70-46, under 2 minutes to play. Kellogg, Nelson, Flanders. Kellogg in the corner, up top to Nelson again. Left side Flanders, back to right side Nelson. Just trying to eat some clock up here. Kellogg, not really running anything, just moving the basketball around. We're down to a minute and a half to play. Flanders into the lane, kick it out to Pickle, who take the three. There we go, Sam. Pickle's first points of the night. And that's the 10th three-pointer for the Silver Eagles. 73-46. Oh, and there's a walk called on the Cheesemakers. Minute 12 to play. Monona Grove will get the ball back. They will go to 16-4. The Cheesemakers will go to 9-12. Coach Eric Nelson's got to feel good about this game. Resting his starter some as they've got a good game against La Follette coming up tomorrow. We're down to a minute to play. La Follette not having the greatest season, but we do like playing them because we were big fans of their coach, Liz Rohde. Liz, a former freshman coach here at Monona Grove, back when Sam Matheson coached. Me and Liz are tight. I know her husband quite well. Want the best for the Lancers, except for tomorrow when we play them. Pickle, Nelson, 35 seconds left in this one. Merrill. Nelson back to Merrill. 25 seconds left. Silver Eagles will win this one 73-46. Flanders for two. No, she's messing with my scoring here. Flanders with 6 points tonight. And the Silver Eagles with a big win over the Monroe Cheesemakers, 75-46, 29 points. 10 three-pointers for the Silver Eagles, led in scoring by Ogden and McKenna Warnock. As always, Warnock adding on to her conference-leading scoring total. Well, we'll be here tomorrow at 5:45 when the boys take on Madison Edgewood. That's going to be a good game, I guarantee, as they're battling for first place in the Badger South. Those two teams tied with Stoughton, I believe. This has been a WVMO production of Silver Eagle Basketball. My name is Steve Martinelli, bringing you Silver Eagle Basketball for 21 years now. Thank you so much for watching, listening, however form of media you chose tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow. But once again tonight, the Silver Eagle ladies victorious over the Monroe Cheesemakers, 75-46. Thank you and good night.
does. Hey, Dr. Frost.